and to bring a little further clarity to it, I have always said to our people, do not buy from a black person just because they're black. That does not help you or them. And I learned this from Jewish people. Jews do not buy from Jews just because they're Jewish. When all things are equal and you can get the same quality, value, and service for your hard earned money, and that's what you deserve for your hard earned money, Dale. When all things are equal, the tiebreaker is I'm black, you're black. You get the business. That's the tiebreaker. Black is not the determining factor. They're looking for the best bang for their buck, right? The problem we have is that if the black person messes up, we don't give them a second chance. So if in fact you make the decision to use a black person, and for one reason or another, it isn't exactly what you expected, you constructively critique them and you give them a second chance, right? You say, Georgie boy, you're going to have to be twice as good to get half as much. Because if you're black and mediocre in America, you better leave because you're going to be marginalized and you're ultimately going to be destroyed. We cannot be mediocre, Dale. You know that. We have to be excellent. We're either excellent, Nick, or we're invisible. By the end of the 21st century, Dale, black people must become the number one employer of black people. Every immigrant group that has ever come to this country has understood that but us. Now, there's lots of reasons and a psychological holocaust that we went through, second to none in the history of humankind. But at the end of the day, we now realize that we must create work and jobs for our people because that is the only way to raise up the poor. In fact, if you go into an Asian restaurant in the hood, and there are plenty of them, and there are four brothers working in there waiting on you, leave. Asians don't employ black people. Asians have solved their own unemployment problem just employing their own people exclusively. We start and we build and we develop our businesses so that we can employ our people. So we have to start, build, and develop our business. Then black people need to support those businesses so those businesses can begin hiring their own people. Because by the end of the 21st century, we have to become the number one employer of our own people.